From the very start, Alexis captivated me. She was different from anyone I'd ever met, bold, confident, and always the life of the party, but with this depth and sincerity that drew me in instantly. We first crossed paths at a friend's barbecue, where she was making everyone laugh with that infectious, unrestrained laugh of hers. I'll never forget it. There was something magnetic about her energy, something that lit up everyone around her, including me. After that night, we were inseparable. Alexis brought this vibrant color into my life. We'd spend long weekends exploring new places, taking spontaneous trips, and having the best time simply being together. She had a way of making ordinary moments feel extraordinary. Late nights turned into early mornings as we shared our dreams, our fears, and every little story that made us who we were. Those were the days that truly made me fall in love with her. When we decided to get married, I was over the moon. I couldn't wait to start our life together officially, to create our own traditions and someday, a family of our own. Our love felt unbreakable, a force of its own that could take on anything. And when we found out we were expecting our first child, it felt like a dream come true. Alexis was glowing, and the way she would talk about our future was beautiful. She'd paint these pictures of us as a family, of the little life we were creating, and I could see it all so clearly. But pregnancy wasn't as easy as we'd expected. From the start, it was tough on Alexis. She had morning sickness that dragged into all hours of the day, and as the months passed, she became more tired and less like her usual lively self. She still tried to stay upbeat for both our sakes, but I could see it was draining her. I was there every step of the way, but as much as I wanted to help, I could see that this journey was affecting her deeply. When our beautiful daughter was born, we were both overwhelmed with love, but the struggles didn't end there. Almost immediately, Alexis's joy seemed to fade into something I didn't recognize. She was exhausted, yes, but there was something else too. She was more withdrawn, more anxious, and I could sense a sadness she didn't talk about. The vibrant woman I'd fallen in love with seemed to be fading. The weight of postpartum depression hit her hard, and it took a toll on both of us. Alexis was overwhelmed, barely able to sleep, and she'd lost that sparkle that made her, well, her. She had dark circles under her eyes, her energy was gone, and no matter what she tried, the extra weight just wouldn't come off. Our days became a cycle of exhaustion, frustration, and silence. I watched helplessly as she retreated further, and I felt the distance growing between us too. I missed the woman I fell in love with, the laughter and connection we shared, and I could tell she missed that part of herself as well. There were nights I lay awake, thinking about how to help her, wondering if I could bring back some of the light she'd lost. I tried to take on more at home, to give her a break, but it felt like nothing made a difference. I was exhausted too, trying to care for her and our daughter, to somehow hold us together when I felt like I was barely keeping my head above water. I wanted so badly to make things better, to be the partner she needed, but every day I felt more helpless. One evening, a close family friend came by to see how we were doing. She could tell immediately that Alexis was struggling and pulled me aside, suggesting a wellness supplement called tonic that she'd been using for a few months. She told me how it had helped her with energy and mental clarity, giving her a new sense of balance. I was skeptical at first. Could something like this really help? But Alexis was ready to try anything at this point, and we ordered some tonic right away. The next morning, she gave it a try. It was a small routine, just a quick drink, but we were both curious and hopeful. After the first few days, I didn't see much of a difference, and I wondered if we'd just pinned too many hopes on a quick fix. But then, slowly, things began to change. One morning I noticed Alexis looked more rested and she was more alert, more present. Her eyes didn't have that deep fatigue I'd gotten so used to seeing. It was subtle at first, but I could see her smile coming back, hear her laughter a bit more. She even suggested we take our daughter for a walk, something she hadn't shown interest in for months. She started finding joy in small things again, like making breakfast together or having a coffee outside in the morning light. As weeks went by, the transformation in Alexis was undeniable. Tonic seemed to be giving her the energy she'd lost, and not just in a physical sense. Her mental clarity returned, she was more focused, and she had this newfound resilience that made her feel more like herself again. Alexis even started going for light exercise, gradually rebuilding her strength and confidence. And, as the weeks passed, the extra weight began to come off. More importantly though, she was happy, genuinely happy. I have already attached the link to tonic in the description so you can give it a try yourself. I felt like I was watching her come back to life, and it wasn't just a relief, it was a joy. Alexis's energy gave her the strength to be the mom she wanted to be, the partner I'd missed so much. We found ourselves reconnecting, not just as parents but as a couple. We'd stay up talking again, reminiscing and dreaming about the future. I could feel that spark between us, the one that first brought us together, starting to reignite. With Nagano tonic as part of her daily routine, Alexis was genuinely thriving. The weight she'd been carrying around, both physically and emotionally, was lifting. I could see the old Alexis again, the woman I fell in love with, the woman who filled every moment with warmth and laughter. She had a lightness to her that I hadn't seen in so long, and it made me realize just how much we'd been missing. One evening, as we were laughing about a memory from years ago, she looked at me with that familiar spark in her eyes and gave me news that took my breath away. We were expecting our second child. It felt like a true second chance, a fresh start for our family, knowing that this time, we had the support we needed to face anything that came our way. Our journey had brought us full circle. Alexis had transformed in ways that brought back the joy, laughter, and connection we'd once shared, and Nagano tonic had played a key role in that journey. It wasn't just about energy or weight loss. It was about giving her the strength and clarity to be herself again. For the first time in so long, we were truly happy, truly whole, and I couldn't wait to see what the future held. If you're going through a similar struggle, or if you just want to feel more like yourself again, I can't recommend trying Nagano tonic enough. It gave us back our life, our love, and our family, and it might just be the change you've been searching for too. Ready to unlock a better you? Don't wait to start your own transformation. Click the link in the description below to get your Nagano tonic today and experience the energy, confidence, and focus you deserve. Make every day count. Your journey starts now to peak and thrive. Don't forget to like and subscribe.